Hey everyone, welcome to Encore and moving on to our Hooded Lid 101 segment. This is part 2. Keep watching.
Hey everyone, it's Corin, and you're watching EnKoreMakeup. Blend, blend, blend.
Hi, Corin. Stop using my lipstick.
Okay, so now that you have the eyeshadows in place, let's talk about eyeliner. Okay, so eyeliner is again one of those things that you really can't see because it's under the fold. Okay, when your eyes are open, your hood's down, and you really can't see much in there. But most of us wanted to do a little variation in the eye makeup look, and we wanted to do wing liner. So for wing lining, once again, look straight out, okay? See what's visible in the line, and then mark where you want the wing to come out. Again, you don't want the wing to droop your eye down, okay? So you don't want a wing that will go this way, like this. Okay, so you want that wing to go up. All right, so the best guide for you guys to do that, for those of you who have hooded lids, is again to follow the lower lash line, okay, and then take that up and out towards the brow. So that would be a good marker for your wing liner. So place the wing liner where it's visible, okay, so just the tail of the wing liner. Okay, so once you place that, it's going to look odd because when you close your eyes, it's like way up here, okay, because it's not going to connect right at the bottom, okay. So that's one thing that we usually struggle with, is because we would place it where we wanted it, we close it, it's like way too high up here, and it's not even lining with the bottom one. That's okay. All right, so what you want to do is continue lining as usual your upper lash line. All right, and when you get to the end right here, okay, connect it. Now this may look thicker, okay, because the space between that tip that's going to be visible and the actual lash line might be of a distance. So when you connect it, you know, it might look too wide or it might look too long, but that's okay because once your hood's over that, it's really not going to be visible. All right, so just connect it and get it as straight and symmetrical as you can, of course, and then just make sure that the edges are nice and clean. Okay, another important tip for those of you guys who likes wearing eyeliner, and usually it folds under the skin, okay, where the hood comes down and it covers it. Make sure to use an eyeliner sealer. And my favorite product to achieve this is Benefit Shellac, and you can also use Eve Pearl's Line and Seal. Okay, so now that you have your upper lid colors in place, we're going to talk about the lower liner. This is where you get even, guys, you know, so don't get mad that you have hooded lids. Get even. This is where you can show off colors as well, okay? So concentrate a little bit more on the lower lash line right here because that's a little bit more visible. So that's where you can use colors, you know, use greens, purples, blues, turquoise, teals, you know, combination of, you know, it doesn't have to be just one color, you know, do 3 different colors. I like doing that. I like doing multi-colors on the lower lash line. So this is where you can create a little bit of a smoky liner or just a thin liner. It's up to you, but this is where you can really show off, you know, show more colors on the lower liner because usually the top liner is not visible. Okay, so now let's talk about brows, and I know many of you guys don't like doing anything with your brows, but one tip I'm going to give you guys, if you guys have heavy lids, is to create a little bit of kind of like a striking brow, a little bit more kind of like, not too dramatic, but just a little bit more than barely their brow, because what's going to happen is that the focus is going to be directed towards a little bit more towards the brow and kind of like distracting a little bit on the heavy lid. So that's why I tend to put a little bit more brow on somebody who has heavier lid. So definitely something you might want to play with. Now we're ready to move on with the brow bone highlighter. Now this is a very, very important step because, again, you're creating a partition on your heavy lid. Okay, so you have a little bit of color right on the fold line, and then you have your different colors on the main part, on the flesh part of the heavy lid. And then you're creating another partition, which is going to be highlighter. And this is the remaining 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch that you left between the color and your brow. So by highlighting the brow bone area, you're actually kind of reshaping the lid area so it doesn't look too heavy looking. Now, as you can see in the video, that liner is staying put and it's not sticking or transferring onto the upper lid. Now, a couple more extra tips. For those of you guys who likes curling your lashes, the hood of your lid, if you have heavy lid, tends to push the lashes down, the hairs down. So make sure that you are curling the tips a little bit more than the base, because the base basically is going to kind of catch the skin or the hood. Alright, so it's actually the tips that's going to curl over the hood. So make sure to concentrate a little bit more towards the tips. Now, many of you have the same kind of like eye feature that I do. When I curl my lashes, it exposes a lot of the skin in between the hairline. Alright, so this is when you use a push brush. And a push brush is basically a straight edge, right? You use a little bit of your eyeliner, whether you use gel, pencil, or liquid, and you just want to kind of like wiggle it between the hairs, so that way you're putting color in between the hairline, the skin in between the color. So therefore, you know, it doesn't look like there's bare skin in there when your eyes are lined. Okay, so that's all the tips I'm going to give you guys for now for basics on heavy or hooded lids. So it's definitely enough material for you guys to play with, alright? And what we're going to do now is we're going to create a look using neutral colors or earth tone colors for those of you guys who likes wearing, you know, kind of a wearable makeup. You know, you can wear it to work or school or anything like that. And we're going to use every single concept that, or a technique that we learned in these two-part videos. So let's begin. So before I started the video, I already primed the lid area. So I'm moving on to the first color. So the first color I'm going to use is a neutral tone. It's a sand color. This is actually Shroom from MAC. And again, I'm just going to lay out the boundaries first by kind of like drawing in a margin. And I'm just going to place that right in the fold area of the heavy lid. Now this is going to be my base color again for the lower lid. So I'm going to apply this to the main lid. Alright, and then making sure that it connects to that margin that I initially applied. Okay, now we're ready for some colors. Again, with your eyes open, alright, and relaxed, place the colors that you've chosen. And for this tutorial, I'm using 3 different shades of brown, a warm brown, a cool brown, and a darker brown. And I'm going to place this right where it's visible. And then of course we're going to blend that so that the 3 colors transition to each other. Next we're ready to work on the brows and the brow bone highlighter. Again, creating a semi-dramatic brow is going to direct the focus away from the heavy lid. And of course, applying the brow bone highlighter is going to create another kind of partition to your heavy lid. And then for the lower liner, again, this is where you can get creative and colorful. I'm just going to use 2 colors, a gold, this is Summer Neutral from MAC, and also a brown, which is one of the browns that I used on the upper colors. So I'm just going to use the brown right on the outer half. Next, we're ready to line the upper lash line. We're now going to do a wing liner on this look, just a regular brown liner for a softer effect. And we're just going to make sure that that is applied closest to the hairline, and so that we can also push that in between the hairs. And another important step for those of us who have heavy lids, definitely seal that liner. Next, we're going to curl the lashes. And for those of you guys, again, who likes curling your lashes, make sure to concentrate more towards on the tips of the lashes. And finally, we're ready to apply mascara. And for daytime look, 1 or 2 coats is going to be ideal for daytime look. And if you like dramatic daytime look, then definitely add another coat. Top and bottom lashes. Alright, so hopefully this two-part video is going to be helpful for those of you guys who have heavy hooded lids like I do. And definitely practice, guys, you know, just like create different looks, different colors. There's no boundaries, you know, just, you know, be creative. It's just makeup. Wipe it off if you don't like it. So again, thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.